Before coming to the help center, my life was destroyed. I had a lot of family problems. I was very empty. I had a lot of anger problems towards my family members. Nothing was going right in my life. I had grudges, and because of these grudges, I was really bitter. I became very rude. I would avoid people. I was hurt by someone I loved, and because of that, I was really bitter toward her. And there were times that I would lock myself in my room. I wouldn't want to see her. I didn't want to talk to her. If she cooked something, I wouldn't want to eat it. And if I was home and that person was at home, I would avoid seeing her. I wouldn't come out of my room. I would stay in there until they leave, and then I'll come out. And it got to a point where I didn't speak to her for 3 months because I was really angry. So what I would do to try and fill in this void and emptiness that I had, what I'll do is I will work. So what I'll do, I'll work, come home the next day, and from Monday to Sunday I would go clubbing. So I wouldn't sleep. I would go out clubbing, then go back home to change, then go back to work. I would bottle everything in, I'll keep everything in, and the only way that I could, pretend to be happy is going out, trying to be loud, trying to please people, but it didn't help me. But out of nowhere, we had a certain problem in my family. It started off with one family member dying, but then after that, every couple of months, we'll lose family members out of nowhere. They will get sick and then they will pass away. And people would say, oh, your family's cursed, someone did witchcraft in your family, that's why your family, people are dying in your family, or all the boys would die in your family, all the girls would be failures, no one would get married. So they would say things like this. At first, I didn't believe it. But so there came a point in my life that everything just crumbled. One day my brother was going home and someone came from behind him and hit him in the head, and then I get a call the next day. My sister calls me and she said, oh, your brother is in the hospital and he might not make it. And I completely shut down. I went outside and I sat there. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react, so I just sat there. And I was thinking, and everything that I was told, that your family, everyone is going to die in your family, every girl is going to be a failure, they're not going to get married, or your family is cursed, all these things came back to me. And at that point, I believed it. And I just knew, what's the point of trying to work hard? What's the point of doing all this if anyway, initially I'm going to die? So I'm like, okay, I might as well just wait for my turn to die and fail. And at that point, that's where everything just came into my mind. What's the point? It's going to be your turn to die anyway. So I had this void, I had this emptiness. I was waiting to die. I was confused. I had no meaning to life. So I was desperate. And that's how I came to find the help center. And I remember one thing that stood out for me was that you can get a new life. You can get a new life, and that stood out for me. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try this. And that's when I started coming. And then I had to put to practice coming these 3 days that I was told to come. I went through deliverance. I learned how to forgive. And my life changed at that point when I decided to take the decision. I sacrificed the wrong friends, the wrong crowd that I was around with. I stopped going clubbing, and I decided to give my 100%. And that's when I saw the changes in my life. I had peace, I learned to forgive. I wasn't angry anymore at my family members. The death that was happening in my family stopped. And then I remember at that moment, that's when I received the Holy Spirit. And I remembered that night, all the tiredness went away, all the weight of, I felt like there was heaviness on my shoulder, all the weight was lifted, and I was happy at that moment. I couldn't stop smiling. I just wanted to go around and hug everyone. I was just skipping. I was so happy. I had joy, and I had this peace in me that no one can take away. I don't need to go clubbing to have this peace. I don't need to go to friends or seek for it in people, because this peace was internal. I started changing. I didn't hold on to grudges anymore. I forgave. My family and I are good, our relationship are good. No more death in my family. Today I have direction. I know what I want in life. I'm not stuck anymore. I don't need to depend on people. And of course, if I need to ask for help, then I will. There's no more pride. I'm not stubborn anymore. And yeah.